Welcome to Coming Home, Survive and Thrive in Homeschooling. This week we're talking about what to do and what to change when a new baby comes. I've divided this into 3 practical suggestions. Firstly, including your pregnancy as part of your homeschooling. Secondly, managing and changing household practices. And thirdly, managing and changing the bookwork part of your day. Part 1. Pregnancy is a normal part of life, so include it in your homeschooling. For example, talking about where babies come from and appropriate books for the ages of your other children. Use good baby development books to show your children the pictures of how a baby develops. This will instill the reality their little brother or sister is not a clump of cells, but a tiny human. She is worthy of protection, just like them. This will help your children know from early age how to see life as sacred, and it's not up to us to end it. They will learn to love the baby before it's born and how to care for her. Teach them how to bathe, change a nappy, rock to sleep, and how to play with the baby. It's the most fantastic preparation for parenthood. It used to be a normal part of family life, but with small modern families, so many girls and boys grow up never holding or knowing about a baby until theirs is born. It's such a shame. This worldview is a whole other podcast on its own. If possible, let them hear the baby's heartbeats when you have your checkups and see how your pregnant belly grows steadily as the weeks go by. Part 2. Teach them how to help mum more than usual. This is all great training for when they have their own babies. If you have young children, accept that their behaviour may change for a little while after their little sister arrives. This is normal. Keep your normal behavioural expectations, but exercise grace and understanding. A new sibling is wonderful, but disruptive, and young ones find it difficult to understand and to express themselves. If your children don't know basic housework, it's essential they learn it. You all live in the house together and you all help look after it. Decide what is important and what is not. Adjust your housekeeping standards accordingly. Declutter as the months of pregnancy go by. The less you have, the easier it is to keep the house manageable and not cluttered. See flylady.net for simple and guaranteed solutions. Get meals into your freezer bit by bit. After baby is born, accept offers of help. Meals, help with housework, friends taking children to homeschool activities, etc. For those arriving to help, know and decide in advance what is acceptable help and be clear how long you want them to stay. Politely turn down unwanted advice and move on to another subject. Leave a note on the door if you're asleep and let your phone go to answer phone. Call back when it's convenient to you. Take a nap or a lie down each day. When baby is asleep, it's not time to charge like a maniac through housework. Have everyone rest for an hour after lunch. Trust me on this one. If this is the only time you can lie down in your day, do it. Keep to a routine. It's easier on everyone. And shop online. Part 3. See the big picture of homeschooling. The reality is you will be extra tired during pregnancy and after your baby is born. Taper your bookwork accordingly. Your children will not be disadvantaged with a temporary lowering or changing of educational input. Their education has been calibrated according to life in the home. Understand and embrace the whole of life approach of the world is your classroom. If you've listened to my podcasts, you'll know my understanding of education is all of life and not a set of hours in a day. Say no to extra activities. Keep a normal routine of non-bookwork homeschool activities, but if you need to operate on a skeleton timetable, perhaps the children can cut down on sport, etc. for a few months. Take advantage of reading aloud as a legitimate educational activity. For younger children, let the textbooks go for a while, if you use them, and read out loud. They can narrate back to you, write a little down, or draw a picture. Keep a narration exercise book for each of them for this easy but effective educational tool. It's common with those following the Charlotte Mason approach. If you're unfamiliar with or doubtful, go back to my podcasts 7, 10, and all of the podcasts where I've interviewed adult homeschoolers. 2 of these are our children who welcomed a baby sister during our early homeschool years. We implemented all of the above, and I can assure you that none of them was disadvantaged in any way. The opposite happened. Not only does a baby bring joy and blessing to them, but the reality of a new baby in the house was an education in itself and equips them practically and empathetically for the years ahead. Also, podcast 64 with Anne, who didn't have a wee sibling join her, and includes how her mother gave her books and had her write a little each day. I know there are listeners who are saying, "What about this?" or "She forgot such and such." Please send in your experience to add to my list so that I can pass these on to other parents who have been in your situation. And if you are worried about having another baby whilst homeschooling and need to talk, get in touch. You can contact me about homeschool coaching, which absolutely includes navigating the years with babies. You can find my contact on cominghomeinfo.com or reach out to me in the comments area below. That's it for this week. Catch up with you next time. Bye for now.